All right, so this is a modified version of the CrossFit Endurance Warm-up. I've been coaching this for quite a few years and I've made a few tweaks of my own. So we're going to start out, if you want to just follow along with us, we'll do this in real time, in a high plank position. And she's got real wide fingers, which I love. We want frog hands on the floor because that's going to carry over to things in the future. And I'm just going to have her start with some shoulder orbits. So she's moving her shoulders in this circular pattern over her hands. She's going to do about 10 in each direction. And while she's doing that, I just want to give you some coaching cues. She's going to keep her glutes engaged and her abs engaged. So she's got this nice hollow position, as if she's doing a hollow body on the floor. And as you get more advanced at this, you can actually use your hands to initiate the movement instead of your feet. At first, you're probably going to be using your feet. But as your fingers get stronger, you want to focus on your hands doing that movement because that'll help stay strong. Take a break for developing handstands and frog stands and that kind of thing. So from that same position then, we're going to go into scapular protraction and retraction. So what that means is she's going to allow her chest to sink to the floor and then back up to the ceiling, pushing that chest away from the floor. She's going to do 10 reps here as well. And notice that she's staying really tight in that midline. So glutes and abs are still on, and the only movement is right here in that scapula. Another way to think of it is she's going to squeeze my hand and then spread the shoulder blades apart for those 10 reps. All right, so from those scapular protraction and retraction, we're going to go into a primal pull-through, which is basically just a high plank into a down dog, but we're going to add a push-up to it for today, if you can do it. If you need to, use your knees to do the push-ups, but I'm going to show you the full version here. So we're going to start in that good, strong, high plank position, wide fingers. We're going to start with that chest-to-floor push-up. And I'm going to push all the way through to the down dog position, and we'll repeat for 10 reps. Okay, for the CrossFit Endurance part, warm-up part, we're going to start in that high plank position again. Nice wide fingers. She's actively pushing herself away from the floor in a tight hollow body position. We're going to start out by having her take her right foot and put it up next to her right hand. So she's in a real extreme lunge position. Now here I'm going to have her squeeze her left glute and then push her right knee away from her body. And you'll be able to see when we switch sides from the camera angle there in that good stretch position. She's holding this for 30 seconds. So go ahead and hold that with her. And as you're holding this position, just make sure you still have weight in your hands. You're actively pushing yourself away from the floor. That left leg, is nice and straight, and that right leg is pushed away from the body. So she's going to go ahead and take her right foot back now, and left foot forward. Good, and then the same thing applies. Really tensioning that right leg out straight, and that left knee is being pushed away from the body, kind of like you're opening up for squats, and still has good weight in the hands. As she's holding that position, I just want to mention when we're doing these slower versions, those 30-second holds, it's great if you can kind of control, rather than throw your leg up, try to use the muscles of your hips and legs to move that leg back and forth. So she's going to go ahead and take that left leg back now. We're going to speed it up considerably. We're just going to do 5-second holds now. So right foot forward, get in position, 3, 2, 1, and back, and then left foot forward. And then we're going to speed it up even more, and this is more of a dynamic stretch. So she's going to go left back, right forward, right back, left forward, left back, and then we're going to take a break. So go ahead and come up on your knees. We'll do some in and outs and just shake out. Give your shoulders and hands a little bit of a break. Go ahead and go in and out. All right, now we're going to start the next series. We're going to start in that same high plank position, but we're going to take it up a notch. So we're going to start in that high plank, good strong position. She's going to take her right foot forward, and this time she's going to come up into a big bow stretch. So she's going to come in that exaggerated lunge and really arch the back and stretch that whole anterior. Especially on that left side, you're getting a really good psoas and hip flexor stretch. We're going to try to hold this for 30 seconds. So if you can't hold that 30 seconds, go ahead and drop that back knee to the floor and maintain that same stretch position, okay? And so once you build up stamina, then you can hold that for the entire 30 seconds. Now from here, she's going to slow and controlled, place the hands back in the start position. Right foot goes back, got that nice tall plank position. The left foot goes forward, and then up into that bow stretch. We're going to hold 30 seconds again. And again, if you're having a hard time holding that position, go ahead and drop that back knee gently to the floor, but still maintaining that sort of thrust forward with the hips. Glutes can be turned on, kind of what I call the scared dog position, like that. And that helps you get that good hip flexor stretch. And bowing back this direction. Nice, we got 10 seconds to go. I know it seems like a long 30 seconds, but remember, we're only going to do 5-second holds after this, so it's going to speed up considerably from here. So slow and controlled, now back to the floor. We're going to hit that high plank position. Now real quick, 5-second holds. We're going to go right foot, up into the stretch. 5, 3, 2, 1, and down. Right back, left forward. Big bow stretch. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to speed it up even more. So start position, we're going to go right forward, up into the big stretch, back down, right back, left forward, big stretch, back down, start position, and then up onto the knees for a break. And in and outs, stretch the pecs, give your hands a little break. All right, the final series is actually multiple stretches, so follow me along here. We're going to hit a Paleo Squat, which is a really relaxed position at the bottom of this, and then we're going to come up for a hamstring stretch at the end. So we're going to start again in that high plank position, and this time I'm going to have you just take little baby steps with your hands and move them close together until your thumbs are touching. All right, then you're going to take, as before, your right foot forward and put it next to your right hand. And you're going to keep it there while you bring your left foot forward and put it next to your left hand. Then she's going to drop down into that Paleo Squat. And from there, notice her hips are relaxed. She's just sinking toward the floor. And I like to put my elbows in between my knees and press the knees apart just to get a little bit of an adductor stretch there in the inner thighs. And again, we're holding this for 30 seconds, about halfway there. So just focus on relaxing those hips, dropping to the floor for the whole time that you're holding that. Now, because this is a right and left stretch, we're going to be holding some of these 30-second holds a few times. All right, so from here, we're going to go ahead and stand. Good, nice tight position. And then we're going to drop for a hamstring stretch, just straight over, hinging at the hips. And you can just relax that upper body, and we're going to do another 30 seconds here. If you can't quite reach the floor, that's fine. You can place your hands on your shins or just drop into this folded arm position. That's also great. If you start getting lightheaded or anything, of course, bend your knees if you need to. All right, so from that position, she's going to go ahead and come back up. And then back down to hands on the floor. And I'm going to have her step back out into that high plank position. And we're going to start that all over again, starting with the left side. So left foot forward. Feel that stretch for a second. And then we're going to bring your right foot forward. And we're going to drop into that Paleo Squat, 30 more seconds. Relaxing the hips, pushing the knees apart with the elbows. About halfway there. All right, from here I'm going to have her tighten up out of that squat and stand, and then we're going to drop into that hamstring stretch again. Another 30-second hold. Remember, if you start to feel a little achy in the knees or lightheaded, bend your knees a little bit. That'll help for circulation because we are holding this quite a while in that position. Got about 10 more seconds. And then I'm going to change up the transition just a little bit here. I'm going to have her go ahead and keep her hands in place. And from here, I'm going to have her step back into that high plank position. And remember, we're going to speed it up into 5-second holds here. So we're going to kind of get into a burpee style with this movement. So we're going to take a right foot forward, left foot forward, drop into that Paleo Squat for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and come up out of that squat into the hamstring stretch. 3, 2, 1. She's going to kick out burpee style, and then left foot forward, right foot forward, dropping into that squat. 5-second hold into that relaxed stretch position. As you begin to come up out of this, I want you to tighten up in the hips so it's a good proper squat, and then back into that hamstring stretch. 3, 2, 1. Kick it out burpee style, and here we go. Ready? Right foot forward, left, drop into the squat, stand, stretch your hamstrings, kick it out, left, right, squat, stand, one more hamstring stretch, and done. Nice.